Yo, what up, my beautiful dowdies? How's everyone doing today? I'm your host, Fao, and let's go over the best EIDOLONS 6s in Honkai Star Rail. We did the best E1s, we did the best E2s, we did the best E4s, and finally the time is there. We're gonna go over the best E6s in Honkai Star Rail. I highly recommend you watch the previous EIDOLON videos if you haven't yet, so you can get a little bit of more information on the full picture. If you really want to know what the best EIDOLON 6s are in the game, then you clicked on the right video. EIDOLONs can be extremely impactful things in the game. A character's E1 or E2 is a quick grab most of the time compared to other EIDOLONs, and they can really rapidly change a specific character's plate. But this territory, EIDOLON 6, this is a completely different realm. Most of the time, this is like the game-breaking EIDOLON that completely takes your account to a stage where power creep is not a thing anymore, right? E6 characters will probably never fall off. I would be very surprised to see if that would be a thing, If you have a specific DPS or support on E6, it's going to be very, very hard for the evolution of Honkai Star Rail to bring that character down. These are very, very strong EIDOLONs, so let's get straight into them. These are the top 5 best EIDOLON 6s in Honkai Star Rail. Then the first one on the list is going to be E6 Acheron. E6 Acheron is on a completely new level. Increases the all-type rest span for the ultimate damage dealt by Acheron by 20%. The damage dealt by basic attack and skill will also be considered as ultimate damage and can reduce the enemy toughness regardless of the weakness types. When breaking weaknesses, trigger the lightning weakness break effect. This is a lot, right? This is straight off the bat is going to be a very big one. So you get all type rest span on your ultimate. Your basic attack and skill now are considered as ultimate damage. So, abilities like JQ, where you get more ultimate damage, that also benefits now the basic attack and skill. Huge. The ultimate damage can now reduce enemy toughness regardless of what weakness type. So if they're wind, if they're physical, doesn't matter, Acheron is going to break him now. So yeah, this is a lot, right? This is a very, very insane EIDOLON, and this is going to be throughout the whole video. These are powerhouses of things. We all know how insane Acheron is with other EIDOLONs, right? So imagine now all the previous ones on top of that as well. That's something you have to consider as well with these EIDOLONs. Always take into account with the other ones. We bring back the E2 that you get -1 nihility, for Acheron's passive to go off. You have more vulnerability and more ultimate damage in the E4. I know everything is considered as ultimate damage in her kit, and you just do more all-type rest span and more damage. Like, E6 Acheron is just, different beast. This is one of those kits and one of those EIDOLONs and overall, right, where Acheron, his base kit, is phenomenal, is super strong, and every single EIDOLON complements her base kit. She doesn't really necessarily get anything that really changes the way she plays. Yes, EIDOLON 2 you would have reduced 1 for nihility, right? But you still need 1 nihility character, so still have that playstyle there. You are more open to more playstyles and team building, but you still are ultimate debuffing nihility, right? That's what she's about. She is the debuffer of the game. You want as many debuffs on the enemy, you will get your ultimate up fast then, and then when you're in your ultimate, you nuke them, right? You literally nuke everything in your path, and that is literally what Acheron is about, and all her EIDOLONs complements that, and her E6 as well. Now, everything is considered ultimate damage. You don't even have to worry about just getting in your ult state. Now, all of the little things you do just deal more damage, and of course, when you get in that ultimate, which is going to be very fast and very consistent, you just... If you're already nuking them, you're going to take it now to a whole new level. Insane EIDOLON, and 100% deserves to be in the top 5 list. Then the second one on the top 5 list is going to be E6 Fae Sha. Another powerhouse of a DPS, the best one in the game right now because of the team structure, right? Increases the all-type rest span of the ultimate damage by Fae Sha by 20%. Talent's follow-up attack damage is considered as ultimate damage at the same time, and its damage multiplier increases by 140%. Kind of the same thing, right? We can see a lot of pattern though. I can tell you guys right now, before we go further on Fae Sha, there's a lot of E6s for DPSs where they get their own all-type rest span. But I did want to put out Fae Sha and Acheron a little bit more to the front because of how strong their base kits are, of course, in the previous EIDOLONs, and just how much of the flow changes of the game. Because now, yes, Fae Sha gets more all-type rest span of the ultimate by 20%, but now the Talon's follow-up attack damage is considered as ultimate damage. So yet again, you have something that is consistently used, all the extra follow-up attacks and whatever, now also It's considered as ultimate damage. This opens doors for other characters in the game. But now its damage's multiplier is increased by 140%. So if Fae Sha was already nuking stuff, yet again, like Acheron, right? This Eidolon just takes it to a whole nother level. E6 Fae Sha is so strong, so consistent. Like, you will never need another DPS like this, right? Acheron as well. When you have these E6s, like the Fae Sha E6, you'll never get power crept, right? It doesn't matter what E0 new DPS will come out. I am pretty sure that this E6, you know, you will just go to new heights. Incredible. And now imagine also with the proper team setup, right? With Topaz, Robin, and then Aventurine. Imagine this high tier of premium DPS with the most premium setup you can possibly have at a premium team building. This is gonna go off, guys. It's crazy to have. Insane. Phenomenal E6, and 100% deserves to be in the top 5 list of Honkai Star Rail. Then on the number 3 spot, we're going to have E6 Sparkle. Sparkle has been a very familiar face in the Eidolons list, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If I see all the Eidolons, I've did a lot of research the last few weeks, right? Sparkle might be my favorite Eidolon character in the entire game, because E6 is the following. The crit damage boost effect provided by the skill additionally increases by an amount equal to 30% of Sparkle's crit damage. When Sparkle uses a skill, her skill's crit damage boost effect will apply to all teammates with Cypher. When Sparkle uses her ultimate, any single ally who benefits from the skill's crit damage boost will spread the effect to the teammate with Cypher. So this is just crit damage galore. If you were struggling with your hyper carry comp, right? If E4 wasn't enough for you, if E2 wasn't enough for you for your hyper carry compositions, you will get crit damage with E6. E6 Sparkle is the character to have for your hyper carry team. It doesn't matter what other Harmony characters in the game, right? E6 Sparkle is the character for crit rate based hyper carries. It's going to be insane. So now, to break this down, you will get more crit damage by a default, right? You get an extra 30% of Sparkle's crit damage. So whatever you have, you get 30% of the crit damage. Now, when Sparkle uses skill, her skill's crit damage boost effect will apply to all teammates. So you can now, instead of single target, you can even go dual or triple DPS stuff, right? Very, very cool. Like if you have that Blade Jing Liu combo again, super, super nice. But now the teammates will give it to each other as well. When Sparkle uses her ultimate, any single ally who benefits from her skill's crit damage boost will spread that effect to teammates with Cypher. So everyone who has Cypher now, they will give even more crit damage. So you'll just get like, if you have a very proper build Sparkle, this can go to 100 to 200% very quickly, right? Like it's crazy how much extra crit damage you can get. So of course, my favorite character is Dill. I'm going to get that example again. Imagine you have a Dill and you have an E6 Sparkle, right? You will just build around 100% crit rate, right? You just get 100% crit rate on a Dill. Maybe you like lose a little bit of crit damage along the way because you want to get that crit rate up. So you maybe have 100% crit rate and then 120 to 150 only. But now with this Sparkle, it doesn't matter, right? Because you just need to make sure that you'll actually crit, and Sparkle will just make sure you do like over 400% crit damage. It's very, very crazy. Insane E6. I love to see this. Making me see all of these like Eidolons on Sparkle really makes me want to just go for a journey to try to get to E6, because this is such a interesting character. I really love Sparkle. When Sparkle's on the team, you know, I just is so comfortable and so nice. Over 80% of you guys are not subscribed watching my videos. How about we change that? Subscribe. Thank you. This is 100% taking it to a whole new level. Now, the next one on the top 5 list is going to be E6 Robin. Now, E6 Robin is also going to be one of those where you're just like, huh? While the Concerto state is active, the crit damage for the physical additional damage caused by the ultimate increases by 450%. The effect of Moonless Midnight can trigger up to 8 times, and the trigger count reset each time the ultimate is used. Now, for the people that don't know what the additional damage is, right? If we go to her actual ultimate, Robin enters the Concerto state, making all teammates, you know, take action, like AoE Bronya. While the Concerto state increases all allies' attack from Robin plus 50. After every attack of an ally, Robin deals physical additional damage. So this now is increased an extra 450%. This is follow-up attack galore, right? Now, the extra additional damage, you just nuke them every time. This is so much consistent damage. This is so much damage just the whole time. It's crazy. You really have to put yourself in that position of like, yeah, Robin is a follow-up synergist, right? So the additional attacks are all going to be follow-up attacks. Can you just imagine this extra bonus on all of those extra follow-up attacks and extra, just all the attacks that the teammates do, right? You will just go like to new heights, right? Doesn't matter how much health the enemy boss has, it will go down to 0 no matter what, right? Insane. This is probably going to be one of the biggest ones out here, right? Because it's a supportive unit that advances everyone forward. If you were not able to use no sustaining, this is 100% going to give you that sustainless compositions, right? This is just on a whole nother level, and it really shows how strong Harmony characters are, right? The E6 Robin yet again just shows on how many characters are on another level, and supportive units really make or break your composition. Insane E6, and if you have this, you're going to have a very, very good time. Before going to the last one for the big top 5, I want to go for some honorable mentions. Now, the first honorable mention is going to be E6 Firefly, because I told you guys before early in the video that a lot of them are all alt-type res pen, right? But Firefly has one, the complete combustion increased Sam's fire res pen by 20%, but using the enhanced basic attack or enhanced skill increases the weakness break efficiency by 50%. This is of course a very, very strong one. In my opinion, it's a little bit lesser than Fae Sha's and Acheron one. That's why I do want to give it an honorable mention, right? It's just a very good one to just get more damage very quickly, right? You get more weakness break efficiency and you get that fire res pen. This is going to be very, very good, and this really helps Firefly also reach further heights, especially when you're going to do those break damage. Very nice. And then another one, which is going to be more of a personal favorite, is going to be E6 Ho-Ho. This is so cool. When healing a target ally, increases the target ally's damage dealt by 50%. So Ho-Ho is already a very different unit, right? So cool to see an abundance character have so many cool traits for being a Harmony character. The attack percentage, the energy giving on her base kit, right? But now with E6, you also give them more damage if you heal them. So actually healing them gives you more benefit now because you actually get more damage. I think this is not one of the craziest ones out there, but I think it's a very fun honorable mention because this actually makes her into a full Harmony unit then, you know? Literally Harmony abundance character. Then we have the big boss, E6 Aventurine. We've talked about previous Eidolons, right? So keep that in mind that all those upgrades are going to be in combination with this one. For every teammate that holds a shield, the damage dealt by Aventurine increases by 50% up to a maximum of 150. So this is like kind of, you can turn them a little bit of a DPS. Of course, you have the combination of E1 gives you more stuff, you know. E2 also with the basic attack, more alt-type res. Then E4 more scaling, more hits per action, and now you get that E6 on top of that as well. Aventurine is just going to be a powerhouse dealing damage as well. He will keep your team alive, you will never die, he'll never be one shot, and he will deal so much damage as well. This is almost like a kind of like an Exodia god mode for safety and damage, right? Insane, and 100% deserves an honorable mention. Then the last honorable mention is going to be E6 Lingsha. E6 Lingsha, while Fuyon is on the field, reduces all enemies alt-type res by 20%. When Fuyon attacks, addition 4 instances of damage, while each instance deals fire damage equal to 50% of Lingsha's attack, and 5 toughness reduction to 1 random enemy. This prioritizes the target with both toughness greater than 0 and fire weakness. So this literally means if you were already having fun with DPS Lingsha, this is going to take it to a whole new level, right? This is really that cherry on top where you were already doing so much consistent damage, healing while cleansing, of course, with the passive. Now we just have more alt-type res, of course, yet again one of those. And now we just get more additional instances, more scaling, and just, you know, you'll just make sure that the enemy will die while keeping your team alive. Same thing with Aventurine, right? A little bit different, but still the same level. Very, very, very fun and very strong E6. Then the last one on the list is going to be E6 Run Mei. Now, E6 Run Mei is also going to be just on another level, right? Extends the duration of the ultimate zone by 1 turn. That is already a massive thing. The talent's break damage multiplier additionally increases by 200%. This is again one of those big ones. If you don't know what the talent's multiplier is, of course you get more speed. When allies break an enemy target's weakness, Run Mei deals to this enemy's target's break damage equal to 120 of her ice break damage. So, the more break damage you have, the more break you then have. And with the E6, you're going to have more, of course, 200% multiplier. When your DPS on your team will then break them, they will do additional damage on top of that from Run Mei's break. So, it doesn't matter what you will do or how weak your break is, or how weak your or who does it, right? You'll just do so much damage with this because you will just have that multiplier no matter what when you break. Especially if you play a super break team, you know, this is going to go off and it's going to be insane. I've seen so many clips of this where the Fae Sha ultimate was the one that broke the ice, you know, and she just did 600k, 500k damage because of this trace, right? It's in the same boat a little bit that Robin has, also with her extra multiplier, of course. These Eidolons have so much weight to them and so much strength. Like, it doesn't really matter what you have on your account or how badly built anything is, right? You will just gonna do a lot of damage with these Eidolons. The Eidolons are so strong. Of course, combination with previous run Mei Eidolons like E1, you will have so much raw damage. And of course, run Mei's base kit, just like Robin's base kit, are another level in general. So these Eidolons are going to have way more weight on top of that, right? These characters are so strong, so godly in this game. These Eidolon 6s, they're just gonna go to a whole new level. The ultimate duration is also going to be increased by 1. That is also going to be a very, very big thing that you should not sleep on. This is going to just get the flow going of the game. And yet again, if you were zero cycling and you were playing sustainless comps, this is yet again going to help you a lot with that. This is going to be the top 5 list of the Eidolon 6 in the game. I hope everyone enjoyed the list, and this list was not necessarily beating out the previous one, right? Not necessarily think that I think Ron Mei 6 is that much better than Robin E6, you know. These are just more of the Goliaths of the game. A lot of them are very strong, and it's very hard to tell which one will actually better the other one because you have so much stuff already around them, right? This top 5 is just going to be the Goliaths of the game. There's a lot of good builds and a lot of good team building possibilities with so many Eidolons on your account. And I would love to know what you guys think about the list, what you would change, if you have a specific one and you think is very good, if you disagree with something, what your favorite E6 is in the game. I would love to hear all of your takes and stories in the comments down below. And let me know if you have an E6 of a character, you know? I have not really seen I don't really know a lot of people that actually have a Eidolon 6. Tell me which character you have E6 and let me know why you grabbed that one, if it was for a character that you loved, you know, and let me know how strong that specific Eidolon is on your account. Would love to hear that. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, means the world to me if you could do that. Make sure to join the Discord, which tries to grow the community even further, and if you want to support the channel even further, then become a member. I love you all, and I'll see you everyone in the next video. Take care. Peace.